What's going on, everyone? Yes, we're back with another MK1 video. This one is Boon explains a lot during the character changes in the story. So let's get into it. If you guys are new to the channel, you love this kind of content, video game content in general, especially fighting games. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment below and like the video. Let's get to it, man. Come on, join the army. We're gonna get there to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get
We
it.
always want our games to play differently from each other. And if I were
Talk,
to
Ed.
describe how MK1 plays compared to the previous games, I say
Yep.
we loosened up restrictions. We really loosened things up. And so we're just going to the player, here's a sandbox full of toys with combos and
Real talk.
adding air combos, adding cameo characters, and saying, what can you do with it?
Told you, it's crazy. Just even thinking about it, fathoming the
We
amount
didn't
of
want to
creativity
start
you
a whole
can
new
put.
thing and have brand new characters where everybody wants to see Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, Liu Kang, return. So
Of course.
we felt
Of course.
like telling a new story with existing characters was like the strongest way to go. But they're going to be reintroduced.
Look at
with
this.
brand new
Look at the main menu.
identities, backstories,
Character
roles,
menu.
relationships with
Is it
each other.
24?
And that is basically the premise. It's a brand new story using characters that you already know and love, but in completely
Cameos.
different scenarios, so they're going to be reintroduced and all that. At
16
the end of
cameos.
MK11, as you know, Liu Kang was kind of made the fire god, and he eventually became the keeper of all things, the ultimate being, and so
Bicycle
he
kick.
created a brand new universe, created a new Big Bang.
That was pretty
Basically
dope.
was trying to restart everything with the hopes that everything was going to turn out better than the previous timeline of Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang's biggest difference is he has a much wider range of projectiles, fire projectiles. Like a standard one, if you look, it's like a very tight, like yin-yang that's spinning, that's on fire.
That's pretty cool.
He has a ground one that's like a snake, right? He has this gigantic one that he follows up with a flying kick. And then he has an aerial one that shoots like 6 or 7 fireballs. If you catch somebody, you're gonna be juggling them with a number of hits. So his is a lot wilder. He's still very accessible, but it's his projectiles taken to an 11. Sub-Zero has some recognizable
Let's go,
stuff, but then
Sub.
he also has a few tricks up his sleeves, right? Like he has his clone, but now there's a version of this clone where
Bihan.
he can do 3 of them, really creating like a wall of ice that the opponent is going to have to kind of figure their way through. He has his classics like his slide, his projectile, and all that. But the big kind of
I
crazy
do love the clones
clone
he makes,
thing
though, after
is
an attack.
the one that kind of stands out the most from my perspective. Kenshi, his big emphasis with this game is the spirit that he can control. Imagine like it's this ghost that also has a sword, and the ghost can come flying from the ceiling out of Kenshi. The ghost can jump out and kind of like stand around and fight, and the player can control the ghost independently, right? And have him, go do the dirty work
jumping
and all
him.
that. So I
That was
think
funny.
Kenshi is one of the more sophisticated characters in the game. You're going to need some practice getting in there. But in addition to that ghost, he's going to have a cameo character. So in a sense, the player's going to be kind of thinking about 3 characters that they're
That is very,
responsible
very
for.
true. That's actually
Katana's changed
an interesting way of looking
the
at it with
function of
Kenshi.
her fans is pretty dramatically different. Normally they behave as projectiles. They hit you, they do damage.
Mm-hmm.
Now they kind of like circle around you, lift you up, set you up for combos. They have
That
a
is
lot wilder
crazy.
paths that they take.
Look at the
as opposed to
range
kind
on
of just
that.
straightforward or something. There's all these curves and they're more
It's about to go
versatile, I
down.
think, than they were before. But like her fans have a very different property that she has.
I feel like that's a nod to her MK11.
I think
crushing
whenever
blow.
you add a new, mechanic into a fighting thing, there's challenges that come with it. How does it play with the existing things that we had? We
Yep.
wanted some amount of familiarity, but also a simplicity to it. Cameos started as a completely different feature. Our design team wanted to have individual things like a drone for Sonya, or kind of like we had the cat with Atrocitus in Injustice 2. Basically something that would come out and kind of help you. And I was pushing for everything needs to be used by everyone, right? We didn't want to just have the drone for Sonya. We wanted to have the drone for everybody.
Gotcha.
Right? And I also
Yeah.
wanted to have more of a like a novelty with our old games, and so that kind of turned into characters that would come out and help you, and the fact that we can we have Mortal Kombat has about 100 characters that, that we can dig
Yeah.
from and
Armageddon,
include in
anybody?
the game.
Remember
So
Mortal Kombat
that
Armageddon?
really, once we
How many
started
characters
going,
were there
okay,
in
it's
Armageddon?
two rosters, it's the main
So
roster
many.
and then the cameo
So
roster.
many to pick
That
from.
really took a life of its own, and so when we started
Just as the
characters
main
coming,
roster,
jumping
I
out and helping,
cannot
that
wait
was
to
great.
see
We didn't want to go full
all
tag
of the
because
unlocked
it was a
cameo
great feature in
characters.
MK9, but it wasn't the most used feature, right? And I think at the end of the day, it was because players would have to learn two full characters, right, completely. So we just use this utility. So
That
now
is true. Yeah.
you like Kung Lao's teleport, grab his cameo and he'll grab you and teleport with you.
It's another way of
Jax's
looking at it from
ground pound,
MK9.
you like Kano's
Because
ball,
I remember
you like
playing
all
the
those,
tag team. I love the tag team in
iconic
MK9.
moves,
I was
right? You can
upset
take along with you
when it went away
if
in
you like playing
MKX.
Scorpion. If
I
you
was
like
very
playing
upset
Sub-Zero,
about it. Me and my
right?
brothers
So
used to do tag
those
rank.
mixing and matching, I think, is there's something really special going on with
Look
that.
at this
I
level,
feel like
man.
Mortal Kombat has always kind of taken the approach of less challenging input requirements to make a move come out. That goes all the way back to the first
Hold
Mortal
on.
Kombat.
This is that's
where
Kenshi's
Liu
moves right
Kang was
there?
a
Hold
lot
on.
of,
Hold on. Because now you get to already look at it. You already have it right here.
that
Look at this. Yep, sheaf slap, see no evil, square circle, a block taito, overhead. This is really nice though. Obviously telling you the attack of what those attacks are and if it's low, mid, or high, or overhead, right? It's pretty cool.
That goes all the way back to the first
Belly
Mortal
buster.
Kombat, where Liu Kang was a lot of, tap, tap, high punch, tap, tap, low punch. A lot more people can do that than a dragon punch, or two circles for Zangief's,
Yeah.
And so we've always kind of rested in that space of easier control. So I don't think we needed to go too much easier with our controls, and certainly our new feature, the cameo system, it's a button basically that you push, and maybe you go towards and away, stuff like that. So it's anybody can bring a cameo character out without being challenged.
Very accessible, easier to use for everybody.
In terms of input.
I agree with that. Damn.
We're always talking about guest characters. The process of
Can't
getting
wait
a
to
guest
get my hands
character
on this.
isn't just us going, oh, it would be cool to have Freddy in it, and then he's in the game. There's owners of the IP, and there's all these other requirements that we got to kind of check boxes through. So we're always in a state of exploring numerous guest characters. Some make their way through. Some get hit a hiccup or a snag or some legal thing that that prevents us from doing it. So we always have 8 or 9 plates spinning that we're hoping to who calls.
Well, we have Homelander.
Makes it through all the way.
It's gonna be interesting to see Homelander in this. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. First of all, thank you, Mr. Ed Boon, for delivering us yet another great game. I know, like I said, I believe I said it in my previous video. Not a lot of people were a fan of NK11, and that to me is just due to the speed of the game, especially when you're coming from MKX, which is higher. And I think this one, MK1, from what we've seen on here, granted we needed a little bit more in depth from players, obviously when they're getting their hands on it. It looks like it's in between MKX and MK11, which for me, I'm already excited for it. But everything about the game itself and the creativity aspect of it, that's really what's going to be driving it too. Obviously, the presentation is very, very cool. I love it. It's crazy to even see even the cover. Even the poster boy, right? Scorpion is usually the poster boy. He's usually on the cover of the titles, especially in this era. NetherRealm Studios with MK9. Obviously, Sub-Zero shared it with them. And they have MKX, Scorpion had it, and MK11, Scorpion had it. But now they switched it up to Liu Kang, which is cool to see it too. Liu Kang has always kind of been like the central hero of Mortal Kombat, especially since the very, very first one. He won the first 2 tournaments, the first 3 tournaments, so to speak. Actually, the third one wasn't even a tournament, really. That was just Shao Kahn invading Earthrealm, right? But it's cool. I cannot absolutely wait for this. And Ed Boon just looks really, really confident in the product. And if you guys follow him on Twitter, which I do, you can see he's really amped up for this game, right? He believes, obviously, he obviously believes in his products, right? The team is always hard at work working on it, but with this one is gonna be special. I don't know, intuition, call it whatever you want, just seeing for what we see and seeing how many variations in the gameplays and cameos and main characters of what you can do with them, how you extend combos, air combos, all of that. The possibilities are endless. I can't. It's crazy what you can do. With two people on the screen now, and I do like that they're not. From what we've seen, stage interactables. I'm glad that those are out, especially because cameos are in this. And there's already a lot of these going on the screen at once. But I cannot wait for this, man. I cannot wait. Let me know what you guys thought about the interview. Let me know what you guys think about the video in general. And let's make sure, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, comment below, help us reach that 1,000. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Look out for more content. It's going to be on the way, especially when it comes to MK1, because I'm absolutely stoked about this damn game. See you guys next time. Blur out.